What does it mean to challenge deeply held beliefs in a world that punishes dissent? Heretic, 2024, directed by Scott Derrickson, is a gripping historical drama that delves into the conflict between dogma and individual conscience. Starring Timothée Chalamet as a young monk questioning his faith and Jessica Chastain as the enigmatic heretic who inspires his rebellion, the film paints a visceral portrait of courage, conviction, and the human cost of defiance. With its haunting visuals, powerful performances, and unflinching storytelling, Heretic is a searing examination of faith in turmoil. The story begins in the shadowy halls of a remote 14th-century monastery where Brother Elias, Timothée Chalamet, struggles to reconcile his devotion to God with the harsh, punitive doctrine of the Church. The monastery is depicted with stark realism, its cold stone walls and flickering candlelight creating an oppressive atmosphere that mirrors Elias' inner turmoil. Chalamet's portrayal of Elias is hauntingly introspective, his every glance and gesture capturing the weight of his spiritual doubt. A key early scene sees Elias transcribing sacred texts, his pen pausing as he questions the words before him. His hesitation is noticed by Father Gregor, Ralph Fiennes, the stern abbot who embodies the Church's unwavering authority. Their dynamic sets the stage for the central conflict, as Gregor's rigid faith clashes with Elias' growing need for answers beyond dogma. Elias' world is upended when a mysterious woman, Seraphina, Jessica Chastain, is brought to the monastery under charges of heresy. Accused of spreading blasphemous ideas and challenging the Church's authority, Seraphina is imprisoned in the monastery's dark, damp dungeons. Despite warnings from Father Gregor, Elias feels compelled to visit her, drawn by her defiance and the unsettling truths she speaks. Their conversations form the emotional core of the film. Chastain's performance is mesmerizing, blending fiery conviction with moments of vulnerability. Seraphina's arguments force Elias to confront his doubts head-on, challenging him to see faith not as blind obedience, but as a deeply personal journey. These scenes crackle with tension, their dialogue laden with philosophical questions and emotional resonance. The monastery becomes a crucible of conflict as Seraphina's presence stirs unrest among the monks. Whispers of dissent spread, and Elias finds himself torn between loyalty to his order and the awakening of his own conscience. Derrickson's direction captures this tension with precision, using close-ups and muted lighting to emphasize the claustrophobia of the monastery and the intensity of Elias' internal struggle. As Father Gregor prepares to bring Seraphina to trial, Elias becomes increasingly vocal in his support for her, risking his position and safety. The trial itself is a harrowing spectacle, staged in the monastery's grand hall and attended by clergy and townsfolk alike. Chastain delivers a powerhouse performance as Seraphina, refusing to recant her beliefs even in the face of brutal interrogation. Elias' testimony during the trial is a pivotal moment. Chalamet shines as his character lays bare his own doubts and accuses the Church of forsaking compassion in favor of control. His words ignite a firestorm, earning him both admiration and condemnation. The trial's outcome leaves Elias and Seraphina at a crossroads, their fates intertwined but uncertain. The film's score, composed by Hildur Gunnadóttir, underscores these scenes with a haunting blend of choral and orchestral elements, heightening the emotional stakes and adding a layer of spiritual gravitas. The final act sees Elias fleeing the monastery with Seraphina after a daring escape. Their journey through the wilderness is both physically grueling and emotionally transformative, as they grapple with the consequences of their defiance. Along the way, they encounter others who have been cast out by the Church, their stories weaving a tapestry of resilience and resistance. The climax unfolds in a remote village where Elias and Seraphina rally the disenfranchised to stand against the Church's tyranny. The confrontation that follows is as much a battle of ideals as it is a clash of wills, with Elias emerging as a reluctant leader who embodies the courage to question and the strength to rebuild. The resolution is both bittersweet and hopeful. While Serafina's ultimate fate remains ambiguous, Elias emerges from the ordeal transformed, his faith tempered by doubt but fortified by compassion. The final scene, where Elias begins transcribing his own testament by candlelight, serves as a powerful symbol of his journey toward a more personal and inclusive spirituality. Heretic, 2024, is a bold and thought-provoking film that challenges audiences to examine their own beliefs and the systems that uphold them. Scott Derrickson's direction, paired with stellar performances by Timothée Chalamet and Jessica Chastain, creates a cinematic experience that is as intellectually engaging as it is emotionally impactful. The film's meticulous attention to historical detail, combined with its timeless exploration of faith and morality, ensures its place as a standout entry in the genre. Critics have lauded Heretic for its unflinching narrative and its ability to balance intimate character moments with sweeping thematic questions. On review aggregator sites, the film holds an impressive average score of 9.1 out of 10, solidifying its status as one of the year's most compelling dramas. For viewers seeking a story that is both challenging and inspiring, Heretic offers a searing exploration of the human spirit's capacity to question, resist, and ultimately transform. It is a film that lingers long after the credits roll, demanding reflection and inviting dialogue.